everyone. Welcome to VGBees episode 22. I'm one of your hosts, John Warren. With me is my forever co-host, Nikki Grayson. Nikki's asked a great question. What are the lyrics to Motorhead's The Game? Motorhead, The Game. Triple H, song by Motorhead. Here we go. It's time to play the game. Okay. And then he says, time to play the game again. And then he goes, it's all about the game and how you play it. All about control and if you can take it.
Yeah.
All about your debt and if you can pay it.
Okay.
All about pain and who's going to make it. I'm the game. You don't want to play me. I'm control. No way you can change me. I'm heavy debt. No way you can pay me. I am the pain and I know you can't make me.
Oh, I see. Because he's the game.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Now, Nikki, what if I told you that I did not ever know the next part of this?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm looking at it now. You want to read them?
Yeah. Look over your shoulder, ready to run, like a Cleveland bitch from a smoking gun.
Now, what does that mean?
I have no idea. I'm the game and I make the rules, so move on out here and die like a fool. Try to figure out what my move's going to be. Come on over, sucker. Why don't you ask me? Don't forget that the price you can pay, because I am the game and I want to play.
That line doesn't really make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
So Motorhead is a real band?
Motorhead was a real band because I think they stopped when Lemmy,
like the guy from Mario?
Lemmy Kilmister, I believe his name.
His last name is Kilmister.
Yeah. Yeah, Lemmy was
every guy in this band looks exactly like I thought they would.
Yeah, Lemmy was born Ian Fraser Kilmister in the Burslem area of Stoke-on-Trent.
That's none of that. None of those words are real.
Hello, I was born on Stoke-on-Trent.
Shut up. That's not true.
You're making it up.
You're making it up. They look like they ate all of the drugs that they did.
I know. It's wild.
Tough.
Yeah. Anyway, time to play the game. So I went to go vote yesterday, and then I got to the very front of the line and realized they didn't have a form of photo identification that they would accept with me. So I went home, and then I got up this morning and I grabbed my passport and then went to the voting place.
Congrats.
I did it. Yeah, I did it. First of all if you've never voted, so some of you will be voting for the first time in an election this year. And that's very exciting for you. Congratulations. I hope you get to really soak in the only part of this entire thing that actually makes me feel good, which is meeting the volunteers at a voting place. Because they all, I don't know about your experience, Nikki, they all seem genuinely like very enthusiastic and happy about something that is not that fun.
No. When I did volunteer poll working,
oh, so you've done it. So you're not one of those people.
No, but the other people, the people that I was working with were fucking jazzed about it.
Right.
And I was
I think it's an age thing.
It is absolutely an age thing.
Because
if you're old and washed, it's a reason to be outside.
Yeah. The older ladies there were they were so sweet. They were very
You're
sweet.
old, you're washed, whatever happens doesn't really make any difference to you because you're already old.
Right.
You'll get a check from the state government for like $160. Like 6 weeks later, you'll be able to go to the Sizzler and buy you and your girlfriend's lunch. And then you'll go to the Ross afterwards. And like, that's a day. And that's worth it.
It's worth it.
There were people, when the last time I went to the outlet, there were people who volunteered. There was like some sort of, it was like called shopping extravaganza. And basically you paid a lot of money to get coupons that you could use across the rest of the stores. And all the volunteers were old people.
Okay.
And it was just like they volunteered to run the booth And then they got their own coupons afterwards that they shopped with at the stores. And I said, that's what old age is. Finding excuses to go do things.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. So I got in line to vote, and there was an older person in a wheelchair who got in line also. And someone told them, hey, if you go to the front, they'll just let you in and you can vote like right away.
Okay.
And as they pass me, they're like, hey, they said that if we go to the front, they'll let us right in. And every single part of me was just thinking, oh, I'm not like you. and what I meant by that is like, I can stand out here in the sun for a little while. I'm good.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to get on a ride first.
No, sure.
I'm not trying to cut in front of like a million people at Universal. I'm just like doing my civic duty with a lot of other people.
No, for sure.
And there's nothing like, there's no special entrance. You're just cutting in line in front of a lot of people.
For sure.
And I just was like, I reluctantly followed them. I, for a split second, pretended like I had tried that yesterday and it didn't work. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to tell you all that. I'm just going to go. And I'll go with you. And then...
Did they let you in?
Yeah, they let me in. Yeah. And I did it. But I just like, I was like, I don't need this.
They didn't count those. You know that, right? They took those and they threw them right in the trash.
You think they threw them away?
Threw them right away.
Yeah.
They said once these idiots get out of here, and then they made a big show of it. They banged on a pot and they said, "It's time. We got two more."
You know what? I thought I heard something as I was leaving, like a big cowbell.
Yeah. And they said, we got two more, and then everyone huddled around, and then they ripped them right in half. So they didn't count those.
You know what? In Texas, folks, at least on my ballot, all the Republicans listed first. Why is that?
I can look at. Hold on.
Why are Republicans listed first on Texas ballot? Houston Chronicle. I see. I could have Googled this. Wow. That's crazy.
I also had to start the dryer. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But this is crazy, Nikki. I actually looked it up.
What?
Some states randomize the ballot order or list candidates alphabetically. Alphabetically is what I expected.
Yeah.
In Texas, voters see Republicans first no matter where they live.
Why?
In general election, Texas election code calls for the order to be determined by the number of votes received statewide by each party's candidate for governor in the most recent gubernatorial general election. So therefore, rigged. It's like we've just it's basically like the winner gets to write the history, I guess. So we're going to list you first.
It doesn't seem to be that there's any particular order.
It's probably randomized in California. Would be my guess.
Yeah, some of these ones.
I feel like I remember it being randomized in California.
My take on election is that there's some stuff that I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to vote on.
Yeah, like what? Like a judge or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that ain't me.
Yeah,
sorry. That ain't me. Like I care a lot, but not that much.
Do you want Charles Cumick? Randy Pollard to be judge. I'm like,
judge of the Superior Court Office 135.
Yeah.
Do I want Stephen Yee Mack or Georgia Huerta? I don't fucking know. I don't know. When you Google either of those people, nothing comes up.
Nothing comes up.
Literally nothing comes up.
No one is talking about
could I apply to be a judge? What do you have to do? Because there can't be that many fucking people who know a concerted effort.
I wonder if they even check if you pass the bar. You've, tried to.
Do you have to exactly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Anyway, do you have any cool referendums or propositions y'all got going on?
No. We didn't have much. So I'm not in Dallas County. Dallas County has some stuff, but I'm in Tarrant County, and Tarrant County didn't have jack shit going on.
You're clean.
Yeah, it kind of stinks. There was some stuff I wanted to vote on in Dallas, but I'm barely missed being in that county.
Mm-hmm. We've got. Hold on. We've got Do you want there to be an independent redistricting commission? We've got,
oh my God.
Do you want, shall the city charter be amended to require that commission appointees are file financial disclosures before they can be confirmed? We've got city administration.
There's some prop in California that's like, we'll keep brown people in prison forever.
Yeah, there's the slavery one.
Yeah, there's a slavery one, which say no to that one.
There's one that says, is the zoo public property?
The amendment to make sure that we bought a zoo can never happen.
It says, shall the city charter be amended to clarify that the El Pueblo Monument and the zoo are park property? Clarify that departments may sell merchandise to support city operations. Include gender identity and non-discrimination rules applicable to employment by the city. Not related to those first two things at all, gang. Clarify the airport commission's authority to establish fees and regulations and make other changes.
Oh,
gang,
man.
we gotta slip one of those in there, I think. One of these doesn't seem related.
Should the city be able to sell some merchandise in order to boost some sales and also legalize cocaine, but only for judges?
Is that allowed?
You're like, wait a second.
Are you chill? Is that okay? I have to put this bad boy in the mail.
So you're doing mail.
Yeah, because I can.
Wow. Dawn hates you.
Yeah, well,
Donnie hates
I'm too woke. I love the mail.
The only reason Donald Trump would hate Nikki Grayson,
that's the only reason I vote by mail.
Mail ballot.
No other reason.
No other reason. None.
Hold on, John, I have to upload my audio from the voicemail dump truck.
Oh, that's fine. You gotta you gotta get your voicemail into the dump truck of the Google Drive.
Yeah, raw audio.
Radio.
Podcast,
Well,
raw audio, voicemail dump truck.
Folks, you learn something bad every day. Like in Texas, it just kind of doesn't matter what you do. It's just like, Republicans are first, though.
They're just first. Well, they came first. A lot of people don't know this, Sean, but the Republicans used to be the Democrats.
Yeah. And the Democrats used to love slavery.
They used to love slavery.
That is my favorite perennial talking point for like old boomers. They're like, well, Democrats used to love slavery.
Yeah.
So now
what?
I do too.
Exactly.
Or something. It's great.
That's how it works, John.
That's how it works. I
uploaded the file.
Great, thank you. So yesterday when we were recording another podcast with our very good friend LB Hunktears, who is right now, as we're recording this, is on the Aftermath podcast promoting Fledgling Manor. We were talking about TVs, and we just had our TVs mounted in the house. Turns out one of them's too small for the room it's in.
Now phrasing it as turns out is interesting.
Well, we didn't think it would be too small when we put it up.
Yeah.
But we don't own a TV that is going to work for this wall.
Okay, great. So how big are we?
We're talking like a 70 or more.
Okay.
Like 70
Now, do you just want a big dumb screen or do you want it to be good?
I want it to be good.
You want it to be good. Okay.
Yeah, I want it to be good.
Okay, so
I think as we were talking about it really briefly yesterday, and then as I was kind of casually looking at it last night, I realized that I'm now past, I don't know if it's the age or the interest of knowing how TVs work now.
No, and I think that is a great way to live. So here's my actual suggestion, John.
Yeah.
Here's what we're gonna do. How much do you want to spend on this TV?
I don't know. I was looking at it. It was like a 70-incher was like $2,000.
Yeah, that's how they get you, John.
It's awful.
Okay,
I don't want to spend that. But I don't. I saw one that was like $3,500, and I was like, absolutely the fuck not.
That seems nuts. What's QLED?
QLED?
Sort by best selling.
I think QLED's like the less fancy OLED, right? QLED or OLED. What's the difference between QLED and OLED? Let's see what Popular Mechanics said. So
QLED kills your family. It emits
QLED
radiation.
is basically advanced version of LCD LED technology.
Oh, okay. So it's
OLED is what you want.
So it's marketing. Okay, great. So you can get this one 77 inches. It's only 20. It's on sale right now. It's $1,500 off, John.
Which one?
It's the Samsung 77-inch class S90D series OLED 4K UHD Smart Tizen TV 2024. It's only $2,199.99
on Amazon.
Tax.
I see that
on BeastBee. But what if you bought a TV? No, what if you bought a TV from last year?
I mean, I don't know if it matters. Does it matter?
That's what I'm saying. What if you got an old TV?
Like, I think that's okay. I mean,
they have I'm
not trying to spend $2,200 on a television, but I guess it is big though.
Yeah, I know, but it is 22. You could buy a Corolla for that much money, you know?
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I don't want to buy. Yeah, it's just too much money.
I'm looking at Woot.com now.
Woot. I haven't looked at Woot in a long time. Remember when Woot was not this and it was just one thing a day?
Yeah. And it wasn't just crazy. Amazon's garbage.
And it wasn't. Yeah.
Which is what it is now.
I'm trying to think of what I think I bought something legitimately great on Woot once, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It might have been a laptop. No, I think it might have been a laptop for work when I had my studio. It was like
I think it is possible to get deals on this thing.
Deals
sometime, okay. Yeah. But they only have small TV too small for you.
Yeah, TV too small. I can't believe it, but it's like we're finally in a. The last house we lived in was 500 square feet bigger.
Yeah.
But the main living room is like literally twice as big as the one that we had.
Oh, I see. So it's spread out differently.
It's like spread differently.
Yeah. You could you said 70-inch. What about 65?
65, I don't think it'll be big. I think it'll be too small. Like barely. I think it'll be
I don't know what to tell you.
Like fucked if I don't want to spend $2,000 basically. Yeah, okay. That's what I was afraid of.
You're cooked. Yeah, now you could get a 100-inch TV.
No.
Screen's probably not going to look very good, but it is 100 inches. So
I can tell everyone, come over and watch my 100-inch TV. Yeah. They'll be like, whoa, 100 inches? And it looks like a fucking monitor from 2008.
No, it looks like the moving
Okay. I'll give you time and space. Figure it out. The moving. Let's help each other. Do you want to moving?
Newspapers from Harry Potter.
There you go.
We got there.
What part of that were you losing?
The word newspaper. I could not find. It's been a week, John.
The New York Times is a very, very big
magazine.
Black and white magazine that folds weird.
And has news is made of paper.
Yeah. Not
so yeah, John, you got to spend $2,000. Okay. Sorry.
God, I don't really have that.
Well, then don't. You get a shitty TV.
I could just have small TV for a little while, I guess.
Yeah, TV go on sale big in 1 month.
Yeah, anyway. for Booper Bowl and also for Black Friday, I guess.
Yeah, for Black Friday and for Booper Bowl. So
okay,
I'll wait till
Booper Bowl,
and maybe try to give your TV some like human growth hormone, or maybe it'll get bigger.
Oh,
like put it in because there's that service USB port that you can't do anything else with other than like update your firmware if it breaks.
Yeah.
So maybe if you try to shoot some HGH in there, like messy.
Well, it does look like I can get. Okay, yeah, I can get some human growth hormone HGH on Woot. So that's great.
That's great. That's huge.
That's awesome. I was I've been like there are 3 or 4 things in my orbit that are going to get announced or launched in the next like 2-3 months.
Yeah,
and
your love of HGH.
Then people will kind of understand why my life has kind of been the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling you earlier, I have not played anything new.
Well, John, that's why I'm here.
I'm glad you're here.
That's why I'm here to tell you about Hades 2, a game that's still not out yet.
We should have done a bit where you just talked about Starfield Shattered Space again.
Everyone loved that.
Well, no, actually, I think literally everyone did love that because no one else is talking about it the way you are. I feel like it's either people who are like, I really like this, I really love it, or no one's talking about it.
No one's saying anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Hades 2 added some stuff.
Yeah, the Olympic update. So they added more up. So spoilers for Hades 2. If you're a sicko and you're like, oh,
and you're waiting until the
video game, fuck you. First of all, let's play the video game or don't. Actually, I don't care. Like, it fundamentally doesn't matter. But if you're not playing it and you don't want to get spoiled, I guess skip ahead. But also whatever. It's mechanical. You can't get spoiled on mechanics.
I don't think
it's it's more Hades.
Yeah.
So in Hades 2, you can go down like you could before. But in this one, you can go up. So when you went up the first time, you could only go up through two levels. And then they were like, that's the game.
That's the end of the game.
Got. And then in this one, they added the top of it. So you can go all the way up. And they added a new guy. They added a new guy, Prometheus. Not the movie. Apparently he's a guy. And the movie's not even about that guy. Yeah. Right. He stole fire. They do make a very huge point. Hestia is in the game, the goddess of fire. And she's like, and she's old. And she's like, this kid says that he invented fire, but actually he stole it. And I was like, you know what, old lady? You're right. I believe that.
Yeah.
Voiced by Ben Starr from Final Fantasy and every other video game.
Great.
This generation's Matthew Mercer. And what's the other one? Troy Baker is who I meant.
Yeah. Wow. Which is great because he's a lot more.
No, that's what I'm saying. Baker. Yeah. It's from like it's good that he's getting his work. And it's great. I'm actually very glad that I am playing it in early access because there are things that are very, very different. I hadn't touched the game in a couple of months. Like I played it a lot for like 2 or 3 weeks after it hit early access, and then I fell off of it. And now I'm back in, and they have changed so much. There's a lot of little quality of life stuff. Like you have items that let you interact with the world for resources, right? So there's like a pickaxe, there's a shovel, there's a fishing rod, and then you get the ability to compel ghosts, or shades. But in the initial release, when you would do you could only pick one of those items. Now they're like, that was stupid. You could just get them all now.
That's interesting to me because actually, in my head, it made sense that they did it that way.
Sure.
When that was revealed to me that you can only pick one, I was like, But then I was like, I kind of get it. But it's funny to me that they reverse course on that.
They
I get it.
And I think it's because it really slows down the economy.
Some of the economy stuff would get kind of log jammed.
And it's like if the goal is to maximize the amount of time that you are spending with the game, that to me seems like a small enough change to make that it is like, you're going to get these resources, you're not losing out on anything.
They probably did some internal testing that was like, nobody is really going back to only fill out their pickaxe stuff.
Exactly.
And it's like, that's going to create a much bigger log jam when the audience grows.
Yeah.
So
now you can select one of those items to focus, or the verbiage might be a little different, but it gives you a bonus when you do that one.
Okay, sure.
So it's like, if you pick the pickaxe, and the thing that you're mining has 3 hits in it, you'll get 4 out of it. If you're fishing, you might get 2 fish or something like that. So that's cool. They added a new weapon, which is like a mech suit. Like it's like an Iron Man suit that Millinois puts on, and she can like fly, and she shoots rockets and stuff out of her backpack. And it's got like explosive, like Doomfist-esque like explosions that come out of the hands. When you hold the attack to charge it up, it gives you like a shield in front of you. And then when you hold your special, it gives you homing rockets, which is really nice. A lot of the characters in that first build that they released didn't have art, or it was like very rough sketches, which I actually thought was really cool. Because there were in progress assets and placeholder assets. More of those characters have assets now, which is great. And it is really nice to see their interpretations of characters that are new and old ones. Dionysus is back, his dick's out.
Cool.
So that's huge for him. He's on the 3rd level of Mount Olympus, and you roll up and he's literally just partying, and Millinois is like, hey, they're doing war outside, and he's like, not my problem, baby. Yeah, that's literally he's like, that doesn't seem like my problem. I've been here.
That seems like I'm hanging out someplace else. Yeah.
And he was like, don't kill the vibe, dude. Get out of here. He was like, if I give you this, will you leave? So that's good. What else? There's more music. They've added a couple more tracks. That soundtrack is really good. If you are looking to hear more about the music, Viewport from Alex Van Aken. Nope, is that true?
Yeah.
It's called Viewport, right? Yeah. Has a documentary with Darren Korb, the composer of the game Hades and Hades 2 and to other games, but talks about the making of the music in that game. It's a great watch.
It's a really great little clip. It's nice. It's like 15 minutes long. It's pretty good.
And that's delightful. It's really good. Like there's not a video game that feels as good as this one out there. The loop feels good. I'm in the middle of a run right now, where it is. I think it's really nice because I know exactly where I fuck up when I fuck up. And I do think that's really nice because it doesn't seem like any of the stuff that happens in this game feels like horseshit.
Right.
It just feels like, oh, I was like woefully out of place here. Yeah. I did not come into here with enough health, blah, 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 blah. Like I was distracted. Like there are so many things that I can point to, where I fucked up that I never am like, oh, this seems horseshit. And then sometimes there is horseshit. Like Chronos still will do some stuff that you're like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like how was I supposed to expect that? But I think it's not that big of a deal, very critically. Because same as in Hades 1, you're always making progress even if you are not beating it every single run, because there are so many threads on what progress is. So having a really good time with the video game Hades 2, which still isn't out yet. I had the thought last night though, John.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm Apple Computer, I'm wheeling as big of a wheelbarrow as possible
of money
up to Supergiant. And I'm saying, you put it's on Apple Arcade, please, it's on Apple Arcade.
Would you play that game without a controller, without a jawbone?
No, I wouldn't.
I wonder if it's worth it then for Apple Arcade to spend that money. I don't know what the adoption rate is for
not high
of those
but
things.
but they want me to, but they simultaneously expect people to pay $70 to play Resident Evil.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
So like,
I know. I just don't know what that. I bet the economics of that are bad for them, but I don't know if they care. I mean, I agree with you in a big way, because it's like, well, why wouldn't you put, it's like, it's going to run on these things really, really well.
Hold on. I think it would probably be fine. It's only 3 buttons.
And moving.
Yeah, but people
feels like people garbage still.
But people play Call of Duty on their phones all the fucking time. They do worse.
But it's because they're desperate. They go, I'm in hell. I'm at my desk job. I want to play Call of Duty. Where can I play Call of Duty? My phone. I once downloaded NBA 2K on my phone because I was somewhere I couldn't access anything. Yeah. I was like, I really need basketball. Yeah. And then I downloaded it. I was like, man, this game fucking stinks.
Yeah.
So bad. It does not scratch this itch at all.
No.
It's not the same. I don't know, but you're right. Like, I know some people play PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile, and it seems to be like their identity to some degree. So John, maybe, what?
Well, maybe. I don't think it is. Can you go into settings and audio and make sure your guys are unchecked?
All my guys are unchecked.
My guys were not unchecked. I'm sorry, Jordan.
Sorry, Jordan.
Echo
I can't believe we did this again.
I'm sorry, it was on.
And now it's off?
And now it's off.
What if that makes it worse for Jordan? Ever thought about that?
Well, no, because Jordan can just clip it at 31 minutes.
Okay, that's true.
And
that's
treat
true.
The other,
Yeah, I got you.
Hold on, let me tell Jordan.
Jordan, hey, sorry, bud. I messed up and forgot to uncheck these boxes. I'm so sorry. Thank you for everything you do. My friend and yours, Nikki Grayson.
I did it.
There we go. You actually typed everything I said, which is funny. I didn't expect that. Good. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm with you. Like, who cares? Like, Apple wasting money on something, who gives a shit? They should do that because it's like, so to your point, I would take a flyer on Hades on iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. Because it's like, even if the experience is not good,
it's still the best game that's going to be on your phone.
For sure.
Probably.
And then you can they sell the Backbone at the Apple Store.
That's true.
Already. You people, if they want to, they can go. But I think that there is a level of cultural overness that Hades is. Mm-hmm. That if they were then and the game is on Apple Arcade, you can play it on your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Mm-hmm. That seems like it's
probably worth it. It's probably worth it. Yeah.
For everybody involved. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Good luck to them. I mean, in that case, Apple. Superdrive does not need my
good luck, Apple. You know what, Apple? You're so plucky. You need
good luck out there.
Luck,
I love supporting small business.
Small business.
Computer.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 comes out this week.
Well, it's kind of out now.
It's kind of out now.
Is that one of those?
It's been out in some tests. They're doing some rollouts. There's some multiplayer going on now. This is something I think I'm going to pick up this weekend.
I'll play it. Yeah.
I have not played a Call of Duty probably since Black Ops 4.
Oh,
which was not 2 years ago. It was
10 years ago.
It was like 6 because before then we've got we got Black Ops 4 and then Black Ops 3 and then Black Ops 5 and then Black Ops 6.
I think we can do it.
I don't think I can.
I think I can do it.
I'm going to look it up then.
We're going to go from the one that I worked on. Which I think
the one you worked on
is Black Ops 3.
Black Ops 3 2015, does that sound right?
Yes.
Treyarch? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so 2015 Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Infinite Warfare.
That's correct.
That's the one where you go to space.
Mm-hmm.
Infinite Warfare. So we're in 2016?
It's 2016. What is 2017's game?
Ghosts was before that?
Ghosts was 2013. That's correct.
Ooh, that's tough. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that was it was a Sledgehammer one.
It was a Sledgehammer
Call of Duty
game.
World War One or whatever. Is that what it was called? What was it called? What is it? Call of Duty.
What's the other one?
Call of Duty World War II?
That's correct.
Yeah.
There's never been a Call of Duty World War One.
Okay. Call of Duty World War II. That was the Sledgehammer one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then 2018's game?
Black Ops 4.
That's correct. 2019's game?
Modern Warfare.
That's correct. 2020.
Now this is the trick.
Now, Nikki, gun to my head. I don't remember that this game existed. I read this and I went, I'm sorry?
Okay.
What game is this?
2020.
Mm-hmm. It is a Treyarch Raven Software collab.
2020. Did they not release one that year?
They did. They did release one.
But is it like a real one?
Here's what I will say.
Can I get a hint?
Yes, you can. You can get a hint.
Is it only zombies?
No. Just listen. Just listen. There was Black Ops 4 in 2018. Now, don't get tricked by this.
No.
Okay, you can't underthink this.
No, for sure.
Okay, so Black Ops 4, and now we get Black Ops 6. What is 2020's Call of Duty called?
Call of Duty Black Ops.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is the name of the game.
That's right. 2 colons.
No 2 colons. It is just Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Got it. Okay, so I did forget about that one.
Mm-hmm. All right, 2021. That's Modern a Sledgehammer joint. Nope.
Fuck. Oh, because Infinity Ward is on the Modern Warfare train.
Man, like 2020 and 2021 are black holes for me with these two. This is crazy.
Sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to have been a weird one.
Uh-huh.
Gun to my head, no idea what the subtitle was.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
No, it wasn't.
Yep. Sure was.
Okay. Then it was Modern Warfare 2.
That is correct.
Then it was Modern Warfare 3.
That's correct.
And now they're on Black Ops 6.
That is correct.
Wow. So the only ones I missed were the COVID years.
You know, you'd be forgiven. That's pretty good. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take it.
I'll take it. God, I mean, that is nuts. Those two, I'm like, woo!
Cold War and Vanguard.
Black Ops. But that is funny because really all morning I've been going, I remember Black Ops 4. And I know Black Ops 6 is coming out, but I was like, what was it called? And that's so there crazy. We go. Mystery solved.
Call of Duty Big Red one is not about World War One. Is that about World War II?
Where are you seeing that?
Big Red one? Call of Duty Big Red one.
Here are the lists. Okay, so maybe it's not considered a main series. Call of Duty Big Red 1 2005 is a
PlayStation. It's Call
It's
Duty
World
2.
War II. It's World War II.
Oh, so they didn't do a World War one.
They did. It doesn't look like they did anything that was
They should get back to that one. That was a good one. A lot of people
World War One.
About it. Yeah, a lot of people want to talk about how good that one was.
About that war. So it's Call of Duty, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghost, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare, I don't remember at all.
That's the one with Kevin Spacey in it.
Oh.
That's the one where Kevin Spacey is the bad guy.
All right.
In it.
Well, I have to say, declare a Call of Duty. This warfare is advanced. Just like my advanced pushing skills to that lady on the train.
If she had when I killed that woman on the train, her dog tags came out. And I hopped right down there and I collected them.
I killed that guy in the car and then the girl in the train. I got a kill streak.
Yeah, I got the UAV, but it did not prepare me for the shot that I took to the head later on for my transgressions. Knock, knock.
2 weeks in a row. Frank Underwood's Call of Duty. I just didn't remember. I didn't remember like half of those. That's crazy.
No, it's because they're all fake.
Yeah, they're all fake. But I am excited. I am actually excited about this one. I keep seeing people play it that I'm like, it looks fun.
Well, looks fun. This happens every year.
It doesn't happen every year to me. Oh. I see a lot of them and I go, all right, it looks like Call of Duty. This one's got some flippy shit in it, like Apex Legends. And I'm kind of like, okay, I like little flippy shit. Good. Yeah. So I'm kind of excited to try that this weekend. But other than that, I've just been like, I've mostly been dissociating at my desk.
That's good.
I've been watching basketball. Thank God that's back.
Yeah.
Bad games though, for the most part.
The ones on TV.
There were ones that were on League Pass last night that were pretty good.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I forgot I had League Pass.
Same here. Because I checked my bank account. Yeah. My bank account did not forget that I have League Pass.
No. Ha.
What?
I have League Pass. I didn't pay for it because the NBA at the end of last season fucked up. Do you remember this? They fucked. No. It was like in April, and when Jason Tatum announced his shoe, the NBA put out a promotion that was supposed to be 1 month's worth of League Pass for the final month, and it was 1 year.
Oh,
so I have League Pass until
Who was the
May.
Poor intern that got fired over that.
I don't know.
If that's you, come on the show. John at VGBees.com. You can email me.
Yeah.
And we'll schedule
I'll give you my League Pass login.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have League Pass until April or May.
That's awesome.
I was so fucking amped, dude, because I logged in and I was like, well, it's time to pay $125. I don't have to get League Pass. Yep. And then they were like, which game do you want to watch? And I said, huh?
Oh.
And I checked. And I still got League Pass. So
still got League Pass. That's huge.
It's huge for me.
That is huge. Congrats.
Thanks.
Let's yeah. We have
hive questions.
We have hive questions. Hive questions. If you want to ask us a hive question, you can go to vgbees.com/join. Join the hive, and then you could go to our hive category in the Discord. Go to that hive content channel. Ask us a question. We'll answer it on the show. This week's first question comes from Lucky Hyena. How hard and how quickly did each of you bounce off UFO 50? Which is not a very nice question, but it's true.
It's a good question. Pretty hard and pretty quick.
Pretty hard, pretty fast. It's funny. I played
games used to be bad.
I played 50.
This is what I learned.
I have like so that is one perspective, and it's a perspective I'm happy to take. It hurts me a little bit, but I am also a person that is very aware of like I love it when like older gamers are like, you gotta go back and play the original Super Mario Brothers. It's like, no, like it's important, but it's not good now.
Yeah, for sure.
And so like UFO 50 is a bunch of those games. It has the additional problem. It has the additional problem of being very academically self-important. Meaning there are a lot of ideas that are being jammed into this package that make me kind of tired if I try to play it all kind of at once. It's a very impressive package. It's one of the best games of the year. We have a Barley appearance on the pod. Hello, Barley.
I pulled her by her neck.
She is not comfortable. Look at her paws.
She threw up on me this morning in the car.
Oh.
Poor baby.
Is she feeling okay?
I think she just ate too much. because
dogs are fucking crazy.
I think she ate too much too fast last night, and instead of being like, I'm full, she just kept eating because she woke up at 5 to shit, and was just like yelling at me, please wake up, please wake up, please wake up, please wake up. I woke up and she pooped, and then I said, great, thank you, and then we went back to sleep, and then in the car she threw up on me, and of course is normal. She's fucking regular.
Yeah,
just a silly dude.
Silly puppy. But yeah, bounced off pretty fast. Played about 15 of those games. I do want to play the rest of them genuinely, but it's just been a thing where every time I'm like, I should go play a game. I'm like, I should focus on getting my office set up so I can go back and play like the games that like the big games I've missed. Yeah. So I'm not itching to return to it that bad.
It is not an era that I am nostalgic for at all.
Correct.
On account of my not being alive. So kind of my approach with it was, oh, these are novel, but I don't want to I could be playing an actual, not to be crazy, but I could be playing, this time could be used differently. Right. So I just decided to do that instead.
Makes sense.
But I appreciate and respect the idea immensely.
Sure.
Just not for me.
Sure. Papa Bear Zach asks, who or what is the Michigan J Frog of video games?
Great question. So they have to have been beloved for a long time and then unceremoniously discarded, but respected enough that people still talk about them fondly, but also nobody can remember quite specifically what they did.
Right.
Blinks the Time Cat.
Blinks the Time Cat. That's a fun throwback to the fan fight days where I said Blinks the Time Cat about 20 times, unironically believing that's the name of the game. Yeah, Blinks the Time Cat.
Is it Banjo?
It might be Banjo.
Which
or
is to say,
Kazooie.
Like, well, but I both of them. I think it's got to be both of Banjo and Kazooie, because it's like important at the time, beloved at the time, unceremoniously gotten rid of, and people still talk about fondly, but also like
has no real chance of coming back.
No, exactly.
Like if Michigan J Frog like came back, people would talk about it for like a day.
Yes.
And I think like Banjo Kazooie is kind of the same way. Everyone wants there to be like a follow up to Nuts and Bolts, and like that would be great. Like Rare's not going to make it. They're not. Like, they're not going to do it.
The most you're going to get right is like Michigan J Frog shows up as a profile picture on HBO Max, and then on Max, the one to watch for HBO.
Max, the one to watch for HBO. Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "Oh shit, you can be Michigan J Frog," and it's a BuzzFeed article. Does BuzzFeed still do articles?
BuzzFeed top 10 ways that you hate me. You haven't heard that song?
No, what's that?
You haven't heard that song from that band?
Did you just say?
Yeah, so there's I can't believe I'm gonna have to explain this now. Fuck. There's a band called Lawrence that is getting
I've seen them
a lot.
They opened for a different band.
Choose to pay money. No. Okay,
they opened for a different band.
I would, and I don't mean this as. I actually, truly, genuinely do not mean this as an insult.
Mm-hmm.
They are a wedding band
that has gotten big.
They're a fun wedding band that got big.
Yeah, but I think there's a market for that.
What I mean by that is that like they're big and coordinated and obviously talented, but like. Whatever I've heard of their original music is like, please, for the love of God, just sing hits from other. Like your original stuff is like fucking terrible. It is awful. It sounds like something you hear in the checkout line of a Home Goods. but it's nothing.
But you don't.
But that's not a genre anyone's. I hear what you're saying. You're saying like there's a market for it, but like the market is Ross will buy the album.
No, for
Coles will buy the album. But it's not me. I'm not buying the album.
They are the American authors of this decade.
Ugh.
It's gonna be the best day of my life.
I think best day of my life. I'm not kidding. I think I know I said it was John Legend's All of Me.
Yeah.
Was my least favorite song. I think it's Best Day of My Life.
That song blows. One of the most embarrassing things about me is that when I left New York, when I dropped out of school the first time, I cried myself to sleep listening to that album on the airplane. Like actively bawling on this JetBlue flight while Best Day of My Life is blasting in my ears.
Oh my God.
Just like unbelievably chaotic. So I have a soft spot in my heart for that album, even though it's horrible.
It's bad. Anyway, Lawrence, BuzzFeed Top 10 Ways That You Hate Me. It comes from one of their songs.
Okay, I'll listen. If you can believe it, I don't remember any of it.
Yeah,
when I saw them live in Boston.
Like I believe they're only like they're getting a lot of hate because their song sounds like a Cheesecake Factory bathroom or whatever. But like I think two of them did testify against Ticketmaster for Craven practices, which is like, so that's good.
That's good. I'll check in and I'll have Lawrence. Lawrence will be on the show next week.
No, don't.
And you can talk to, don't. I think the girl's name is Gracie.
Yes, that is correct. So you remember more about them than
that.
You remember that.
Mm-hmm.
They're both Nepo babies, the two people who
didn't know that tracks. From where?
Yeah. Gracie's dad is the president of
Obama.
Nabisco. No, I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm looking.
Lawrence Band.
Gracie Lawrence. Pop, soul, and everyone in the band is white is crazy.
Correct. Mark Lawrence is a director who directed Forces of Nature, Miss Congeniality 2. He also wrote and directed 2 Weeks Notice, Music and Lyrics.
The movie is called Music and Lyrics.
Have you never seen Music and Lyrics with Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore?
Oh, this is one of those mid-2000s movies where everyone was in it.
Everyone was in it. And have you not heard Pop Goes My Heart?
No.
Okay, look up. Fuck. Pop Goes My Heart. So I think Hugh Grant is technically credited with it. I'm gonna link this to you. Here you go.
Thanks.
I don't know where I'm gonna put it. Where am I putting it?
Put it in this chat in here.
Okay, I've texted your phone.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna put it in this chat.
All of the ways that was the worst way.
I'm gonna put it in this chat, and I'm gonna put it in our Discord conversation. So it's like you'll just have like a lot of different places.
Okay, so he's got the two keyboard.
Yeah, so basically like Hugh Grant is Wham, and then his career goes nowhere, and then
is Wham one guy?
No. So Hugh Grant and a partner were Wham, basically. Wham was George Michael and another guy.
And another guy, okay. Mm-hmm. Oh man, that would have been devastating if I found out that Wham was one guy the whole time.
No. It was two guys. Anyway, Music and Lyrics is like actually kind of a funny, weird movie. I think it was kind of cute.
Was it the best of those ones where everyone is in it? And it seems like a tax situation.
All right. I know what you're saying. Sorry.
Like a Love Actually.
I misunderstood. Music and Lyrics is not one of those.
But the poster is one of those though. So there's just stolen valor.
Nikki, look at the poster again. I know you have white blindness.
But
look at the poster one more time.
Oh, I guess I don't know most of these people.
Nikki, they're the same two people. It's just Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore. If you or your loved ones are afflicted with white blindness,
wow, that's
please
crazy, dude. Literally did not.
Yeah.
If you didn't tell me that, I would have been like, wow, it's one of those movies that everybody's in it.
No. Yeah, so I know what you mean now. No, it's not one of those. And what is the best of those? It's like Love Actually might be the best of those, if only because the rest of them are really bad.
I'm trying.
There's one called Mother's Day.
Movies.
Ensemble. Yeah, Ensemble.
Mid 2000s ensemble cast movies. Ah, yes, Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring. Fucking stupid ass internet.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Oceans, does that count?
Yeah, Oceans definitely counts.
Does Mamma Mia count?
Yes, Mamma Mia counts, I think.
Okay, well, I think Oceans is better than Mamma Mia.
So Avengers, yes, those are ensembles. Barbie
that doesn't
ensemble.
Count to me. That's not one of those to me. So to me, those don't count.
Wait, what?
To me, those don't count.
Why?
And
it's think like the same idea. It's just the genre.
I understand, but I think there's a thing with the license that fucks it up. I don't think it can be licensed. I think it has to be deeply generic,
then
like a Love Actually. Is there not there's not a movie called Valentine's Day?
Yes, there's one called Valentine's Day. There's one called Mother's Day.
Yeah, one of those.
Valentine's Day is not on this list. It might be an incomplete list. Mother's Day also not on this list.
Because of Winn-Dixie?
Because of Winn-Dixie.
That had everybody in it. Jeff Daniels.
Yeah.
Cecily Tyson. Dave Matthews from the band. He's in there. There's a kid, the dog that they find at the grocery store. That's why the dog's named Winn-Dixie, John. Did you know that?
Winn-Dixie. Got it.
Best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
Best Exotic Marigold. I don't remember that one well.
That one's got Dev Patel and Bill Nighy.
It's got Dave Patel in it, yeah.
Fucking Judi Dench, who looks the same, not dead yet somehow. Directed by guess who, John? You'll never fucking guess.
Wait, what's the movie again? Sorry.
The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel.
Oh, Judi Dench.
John Madden.
Oh, John Madden. Pow.
Yeah.
Well, so Judi Dench just come inside. Pow.
Well, that was great.
Thank you. Well, thank you for your question, Papa Bear Sack. Jason asks, what are Ravioli and Barley's favorite video games?
Barley, what's your favorite video game?
She's up to the mic. She's yet to speak.
I like Halo 2.
Okay, wow. Barley likes Halo 2.
Halo 2 is great, dude.
That's a really good one. That's a really good choice. Barley's really
not old enough, right?
Black Myth Wukong. Just keeps talking about it.
Really?
Gets on forums all the time to talk about Black Myth Wukong.
I caught her last night and she was playing PUBG Mobile.
Wow.
She said, it's good that they let you go for this. And then she said,
more time with me.
More
and
time.
This game's good.
She said, can I tell you something that I did that was toxic yesterday, John?
Yeah, please.
I opened up twitch.tv and I saw that PUBG Mobile was streaming to 4 people. And I went in there and I said, I went in the chat and I said, what a good use of everybody's time. And then I sat there and I waited. And nothing happened, if you can believe it. But I felt really good about it, actually. Because it's so rare that I am like that. It's so rare that I'm like that. But there were 4 people in the chat, John. 4!
Yeah.
And I was like, it was so well produced.
Yeah.
Great use of
next time you see that, ping me. I'm gonna get in there and go, hey, did any of us see Tuan Mai at Burning Man?
She's kicking.
She's kicking.
What's Ravioli's favorite game?
Ravioli's favorite game, I said Black Myth Wukong.
Oh.
He's on the forums all the time. Talking about how it should win Game of the Year, and I don't know what that means. Am I raising a toxic child?
Mm-hmm.
I might be. No, I don't think he's not old enough to play games yet, fortunately.
Barley is 10. She's playing Animal Crossing and Halo 2.
Oh, she made a little noise.
Yeah, she loves Halo 2.
Ew. She's so sweet.
9 is a good age to let your kid play Halo, I think.
Agreed. barley and ravioli close to the same size. And I will look at dogs that are that size and just go, how do you get stuff in and out of that nose? It's so small.
So little.
So
you know
little.
what else she fucking does? She manages to get like hard object in there too.
No.
And it's fucking crazy. Yesterday,
like a whole marble.
Or was it yesterday? I don't think it was yesterday. Okay, two things off of that. The other day, you know those little sharp burrs from plant?
Yes.
She had one of those. God. Like
on her nose?
On her nose.
Fuck off.
Made me angry at Christ.
Yeah.
And then when I got home, I watched a YouTube short. Have you ever watched YouTube shorts? It's crazy on there.
They're crazy.
I watched a YouTube short of a clip from House, because that's what most of it is. Most of YouTube shorts.
It's just the entirety of House, in one. It's just a billion different videos.
All of House, all of Justice League Snyder Cut.
Okay.
And then a bunch of those videos where the guy drops the liquid down the stairs, and then gun content.
Content, okay.
But the clip from House was House got a magnet. This baby was crying, and there was something in the baby's face. And then they got like a fire truck out. And then House was like, your kid is smart. And then the dad is like, what the fuck are you talking about, Hugh Laurie? What are you talking about? And then House goes, I need to get a magnet. So he gets up and he gets a magnet. And then House does the thing that House does, which is where he talks to you while he's doing something that is illegal.
Like incredibly dangerous.
Like dangerous and illegal.
I'm getting ready to saw your child in half.
Yeah, like with no anesthetic. Right. He hasn't washed his hands. He hasn't done any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like he and then he puts the magnet up to the kid's face, and then he pulls out a firefighter. Mm-hmm. And then he puts the magnet up to the kid's face again, and then it pulls out a cat. Mm-hmm. And then House goes, your kid understands relationships. And then that's the end of this YouTube short. I think about like how like something so boring can happen at the doctor's office, and it'll be a story I tell for like 3 days. If that happened at the doctor's office to me and my kid, I'd never
like whoa.
I'd have a book.
I'd have a book deal like the next day.
I'd have a book fucking deal.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Anyway, those are our kids' favorite games.
Those are the kids' favorite games. Jason also asks, is VGBees pro or anti Mario Party?
I'm pro Mario Party.
I'm also pro Mario Party.
Okay, so I guess as a website we are pro.
We're a pro Mario Party website, which is
great.
I think it's good. I think it's fine. I think there are too many of them, and I think they still rely on. It's crazy to me how Mario Kart kind of also does this as well, where there is a feature that makes it, in my opinion, bizarrely anti-competitive, even though it is competitive. Like the rubber banding red shell, like blue shell stuff is like, once you know that that's happening, for me, it's still one of the most popular games on earth, but it still like makes me not want to play it sometimes. And then Mario Party is kind of like, oh, you got to the end and did well, but what if we just fucking clown fucked you at the end of this thing for no reason? We just give your shit to everyone else.
Someone else,
like, it's like, all right, fine.
But I think that Mario Party exists in a situation where like you can't. I don't know if we need to do criticism on Mario Party the same we don't do criticism on like bread. That's
a really great point that I thought about when it's funny. This is the second time we're talking about Lawrence the band. But like this is what got me to think about it, is that like I saw someone on TikTok so angry about Lawrence the band just existing, and I was like, hey bud, whatever brain you're using to critique this music, you don't need to do it. It's fine. Like I don't go see Avengers with my Martin Scorsese brain. I don't do that. I leave that brain at home.
And also, like, people aren't gonna look at the Metacritic for Mario Party.
No, never. I could tell you, like, all the Mario Parties on Metacritic could be 60, and I wouldn't know.
Nobody knows.
Idea. Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And does that mean that you can want better from these games?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's a waste of time to think of them as anything other than like, it's just Monopoly. And like you're not walking into Target and reviewing Monopoly.
I agree.
So, and you're also like not wasting your time thinking about critiquing Monopoly. So sometimes stuff is like, it goes out and it is for placation. And I think that's actually okay sometimes.
Yeah. My Hero Zero asking, what two indie games? This is inspired by the Balatro Dave the Diver crossover.
They announced more today.
They did, yeah. So you can actually play a version of Balatro called Jim's Game in Dave the Diver, which is really kind of exciting and cool.
Oh, wait, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah.
They
was there something else?
Card backs, yeah.
Oh, yeah, more card backs are also there.
Cyberpunk and a Binding of Isaac. And Stardew Valley, and one more. Who knows?
Did you see? So we're talking about TikTok a lot on this one. I'm sorry, but there was a trend where like someone would post, like usually a woman would post her wedding photo with like her husband, and on like it would be cut in half and then split into two slides, and then on her half it'd be like, I wonder if he knows how much I love him and how devoted I am to him. And then on the husband one, it'll say something like, I wonder if she knows that 2 days before this, I slept with 8 of her sisters and I killed her cat and put it in the freezer, and I'll probably try to kill her when we get home from our honeymoon. Anyway, blah, blah. Like really serious stuff. But then like people started hijacking it to stuff like the bride was like, I wonder how devoted he thinks I am to him. Like, I just love him so much. Now, and his is like, I play Balatro every single fucking day. I don't think about anything else. I love Balatro with all my heart. Balatro is life. Balatro is God. All this stuff. And like the woman who posted it is like obviously really funny and having fun with it. But like she got a million things that are like, dump him. Like, divorce him. You can do better. Like, and like she's like, she had to like post a follow-up that was like, I don't like this. He likes Balatro.
You ever heard of comedy?
Yeah.
Nobody knows anything funny anymore.
Nobody knows anything funny anymore. Anyway, what I was going to say, it is funny to watch Balatro become so like it did feel like a big deal when it came out, and it did feel like a big deal for a couple of months after that. And now it feels pretty zeitgeisty in a way that I don't think I expected.
No, me neither. There was a person at the last Angel City game that I went to, who was playing it. I was standing in supporters, and I looked over, and they were on their phone, and I was like, "What? You're playing Balatro? That's crazy! In public, in the world,
in public." Yeah.
I was like, "What deck are you playing?" And I was like, "What are jokers you got?" And they were like, "Huh?" And I was like, "What? Tell me about."
What
and they were like, but they were like on end. But that's the thing. Right. Whenever you talk about Balatro with someone, everybody is better at Balatro than you are.
Yeah,
because this person was like, "Oh, I'm on endless mode," and then she played a high card hand, and the multiplier was like 2,000. And I was like, "Okay, so what the fuck are you doing?"
And you're like, "I'm on speed dial with the creator of the thing," because when you beat it 100,000 times, you basically just get that guy's Snapchat. So if you don't know about this, you could fucking stop talking.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? You're right. Literally, that's what I did. When I saw what her multiplier was, I said, I don't think I could talk to you about this. You're better than me.
Yeah. But that actually brings up a good question, because I feel, I don't know if you do this or anyone at home does this, but one of my weirdest traits, I don't know if it's that weird, but one of my weirdest traits, or the one I'm self-conscious about, is that because I'm, quote, in the industry, like I'm as deep in it as you can get. I cover it. I make stuff for it. It's like, it's really bad. It's a sickness. Whenever I see anyone playing a video game out in public, I try to ask them what they're playing.
Okay. That's good, though, I think.
You think so?
I think that's good.
Okay.
I think it's good. It's normalizing for them also.
I'm like very curious, and I'm like, I'm not trying to be weird, but I'm like, I'm just really curious about like you were so interested in playing something that you're at the airport playing it. Like, or you're at the grocery store playing it. Like, I'm very curious about that. So I don't know. I usually ask.
Yeah, that's a good. I think I should.
I don't know. don't approach people that don't look like they would want to be approached, but I do.
You're approaching everybody. If they've got a phone out, you say, "What are you doing on there?" John, you're saying what you got games on your phone, but
my wife is in labor. I'm trying to. What games you got on?
What games do you have on there? You
got Marvel Snap on there?
Have you heard of Marvel Snap? You're gonna need to do a lot of Marvel Snap while your wife's pushing this kid out. It's a couple of rounds, easy. Oh, natural birth. Oh, wow, she's gonna be in there for a while.
Hey, she's crowded already. I don't think it's gonna take you a while, but you can probably get like 3 or 4 games.
If you snap now, they might forfeit. I know this kid's halfway out right now, and like your wife's mad, but if you snap right now, they might be like, they've got a good hand, and they might quit.
You should be able to snap more things like a pregnancy. Just be like, all right, I hit snap, and the baby's like, all right, I'm coming out now.
Yeah, I'm coming out now. 2 babies.
2 babies. So many cubes. Yeah, I don't know. I just ask a lot. I'm just always curious, especially what kids are playing, which is like, that's a demo. I'm like, I gotta be careful about like approaching them and being like, what are you playing?
Yeah, you can't just roll up on
hey, what are you playing?
Yeah, no, for sure.
You the answer is Roblox. Playing that? The answer is probably Roblox.
The answer is Roblox.
So what indie games would you want to do for a crossover, and what would it entail? Asks My Hero Zero.
Well, Fortnite's a pretty big indie game that I like. So I think that if they could do like a crossover with like another indie studio, right? Like Disney or something, you could get like Cruella de Vil or like Captain Hook.
Yeah, these indie games.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish there was more modification in these Balatro things of the gameplay of Balatro. I wish like jokers were being added that were kind of based on and not just card backs.
I kind of do too. Yeah.
But
like that is kind of the beauty of Marvel Snap, in the sense that like every single ability does have a touchstone to an ability that a licensed character has in one of these. And I'm like, like Balatro could do some of that more. I think if you're going to do those kind of crossovers, it'd kind of be cool to do that. I think I would love to see I'd love to see Supergiant partner with like the people that did I don't know, any number of kind of platform fighters or platformers.
Oh,
like
that
kind
would
of
be
competitive.
Cool.
To have like them doing a thing. Pyre and Football Manager.
God, that would be sick.
That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, what a good idea, John. That's a great idea.
Yeah. Football Manager, not super indie since Sega makes it, but
it's an indie game.
I don't know.
Spreadsheet games are indie games to me.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too. I said like Nintendo could be like, we made this like spreadsheet management game. I'm like, wow, what a cool indie.
Yeah, cool indie game.
That's awesome. Okay. Just a couple more. What's a game that you love that nobody seems to talk about? Not even necessarily not even necessarily underrated games, but less well-known games. From Jason.
I don't know if I've played, especially in the last 2 years, that I've played anything that nobody else has played, or that I identify that nobody else has played.
I think it's like, especially if you've like got your ear to not only what you feel like is the ground, but then also like a bunch of your peers that are always talking about games. It's really difficult to kind of discern what no one talks about.
Yeah.
And also when I talk about it enough, I go, well, I'm now the person that's talking about it, that someone can point to and go, oh, well, that person's talking about this. So like take this answer with a little bit of grain of salt, because it's really tough for me to tell. I still, I talked about it on my Blue Sky thread that I still haven't finished of my favorite games, but Mischief Makers was a N64 game from 1997. really, really strange platformer, strange vibes, really interesting look. Nobody seems to be taking like a lot of like inspiration from that. I can feel like even a lot of the older, weirder games that I've seen usually have an indie that's kind of pulling from those. But Mischief Makers has been one that I don't really see an analog of. And I think it's a really cool game. I love it a lot, and I don't think it gets talked about enough. Kind of in the same vein, Guardian Heroes. So that's a Saturn game. Guardian Heroes is a Saturn game from 1996. It is a weird beat 'em up and RPG and choose your own adventure. It's very, very strange. And it got a HD remaster on Xbox 360 at some point, but it did not get a whole lot of like recognition. So I think those would be my answers. There are weirder, smaller games that kind of fall into that category, but
like Amazing Island on the GameCube.
Like Amazing Island on the GameCube, but I probably don't love those games, so that's why I wouldn't mention them.
Nobody talks about Tasmanian Tiger. Nobody talks about Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatcher,
remember that guy?
I do. Yeah,
Egg Boy.
Egg Boy. Egg Boy.
Egg Boy.
Egg Boy. Jason also asking, I think this is the last question we'll ask on this episode. What would an open world Metroidvania look like? It's a little bit.
This is what Zelda games are. Can't do that.
It's a little bit, I think it's Tears of the Kingdom. Like that's what that looks like. You get abilities, and then and those abilities allow you to get to those places. I think Metroidvania and open world are a little bit incongruous, because if it's truly open world and you can really kind of do whatever, whenever, and Metroid doesn't really allow you to do that.
No.
I think if you were literally to say, here's a new Metroid game, it is quote unquote open world, what that would mean to me is that a really good, resourceful, almost speed run minded person could probably beat the game without getting any sort of upgrades.
Yeah.
But to facilitate getting to the end point and also maybe beating bosses, because with those open world Zelda games, like really you can go there right away. What doing the work of the open world does for you is basically make the end game easier. Mm-hmm. That's essentially what it does in both cases. And so I would imagine it would be something like that, of like, okay, if you have everything, the ice beam, the fucking power bomb, the spider ball, like all that stuff, then it would make the end game easier, but you could probably still do all of it without doing that. That's probably what that would look like to me.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's probably.
I think I played one. I played Metroid Dread, and I think I'm okay on the genre.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are Metroid Dread. How would I categorize that in the pantheon of Metroid games? I would be genuinely curious what you thought of Metroid Prime, the first person shooter one. Scary.
I told you this story.
No.
When the Metroid Prime was like what the first after I got my GameCube was like the first.
Well,
like
after you were Christmas like 7.
Window. Yes. Yeah. And I got this game because Metroid was on the front, and I said,
"Right,
I know
that's cool.
I know Metroid from the magazine, Nintendo Power." And then
I'm Metroid.
Yeah, it's Metroid. Mm-hmm. And then you go through the spaceship, and there's these little fucking bugs, and I was like, "This sucks." And then you get to the end of the spaceship, and there's a bigger fucking bug.
Yeah,
big bug. I said, "Fuck this." And then I cried, and then we had to go back to the GameStop, and then I cried, and they didn't do returns, but they gave my mom her money back. I think we just switched it for a different game. But I was really upset about it. I was scared. I've never played a Metroid Prime.
I really love this idea, this kind of like, are you looking at the same star as me story? Because about that time on my GameCube, I bought a game called WrestleMania 18. And I played it for like 2 hours. I was like, this game fucking stinks. Like, this game really fucking sucks. And I was so mad about it that I got in my little car my little Chrysler Town and Country, champagne colored Town and Country. And I was 16 years old, and I marched back up to that GameStop, and I was like, I don't like this game. I want to give it back. The guy was like, we don't like, is it broken? Like, he was almost giving me an option to be like, yeah, it's broken,
huh?
And I was like, yeah, no, this game fucking stinks. He's like, this is your game now. And I'm like, and I was so mad that he did like let me trade it in.
That's huge.
But like, that's really funny. So at the same time, I was mad about that game.
Life is the same.
Life's the same. Would you consider playing it now? Really?
Nah. I'm all right.
Wait, but like Halo.
Yeah, I got one.
Are close to big bugs.
I got one. I was older. I didn't play Halo 2
until you were 9.
I think I was like, when did Halo 2 come out?
2004, 5?
Yeah, I was like 9. Yeah, I was older. More mature.
Anyway. I think if you gave it a shot, you would like Prime. But
okay. I'll do it. They remastered that one, right?
They did remaster that one. Like that one, I would recommend to people. Actual 2D side-scrolling Metroidvanias I don't think they're easy to recommend to everyone.
No, I didn't love like the act of playing Metroid Dread. I thought kind of sucked actually. Like there was so much stuff that they wanted me to do with the buttons, and I was like, "There's not enough buttons for this."
That control scheme was too complicated. They added too much stuff to it.
It felt bad. There were zones where I was like, "I know what I need to do to get here,
but I can't because
my hands. Yeah, I don't know I don't know how to press the buttons in the order that you want me to press them."
Yeah, 100%.
Good game though. I did like it.
Okay, good.
You fight a big bird at the end.
You do fight a big bird at the end. That's true. It's one of Nikki's favorite things to do is fighting big birds. Also, one of Nikki's favorite things to do is getting off this podcast and laying down. And so we're going to go do that.
I love laying down.
I love laying down. You have therapy. So
I can't do that.
So laying down on a couch virtually.
The couch of the mind.
Couch of the mind. We're gonna get out of here. There's Barley again. Hi, Barley. Barley Bear. She does this thing with her paws, where she's like,
if I'm as wide as possible, I can't get scooped.
I can't get scooped if my stance is so wide. Go to VGBees.com/join. Join the Hive. Ask us a Hive question. We enjoy all of your Hive questions each and every week. We'll be back again next week, and I promise you, on a shadow of a doubt, I will have played a new video game by then, and we can talk about it.
John.
Me too.
For your sake and yours.
For yours and mine and yours. All right, Nikki, you want to plug anything?
LB and Merritt are making a video game. It is called Fledgling Manor. You can go scoop the demo on Steam and on itch by typing in FLEDGINGMANOR Fledgling Manor into your computer machine. It's available on Mac, Linux, and the personal computer.
That'll be good. Can't wait. And we will probably have at least either Merritt or LB on soon. Someone asked me about that, about one of their appearances. We just haven't locked down a date yet, but we just pay attention to that, and we'll let you know. And we'll be back next week with a brand new episode 23. And until then, everyone, keep on. Bye.